Hey guys, welcome back to another IT Job Coach. Today I'm going to be covering interview questions. In this video, I'm going to walk through common interview questions and also scenario-based questions. I'm going to talk about common mistakes that everybody makes and how I would go in and address those questions to resolve those mistakes.
The first question is, tell me about yourself.
I was born in Toronto. I had two good friends growing up.
The common question, tell me about yourself, is really about whether you can answer basic questions. Have you actually prepared anything in advance, or are you just talking randomly? So it's a good way for you to collect your thoughts, being able to talk in a proper sentence. Way too much personal information. It doesn't give any value to the person interviewing you. So what they're getting to know you is not really relevant to the role. So you don't want to answer with too much personal information.
I studied computers science in Waterloo University in a COOP program. From there, I started my first job at Bell. I worked as a network analyst doing.
The life history is typically not a great answer because it doesn't show any value. It's just a history lesson. The person asking this question is getting no real information from you.
I am always someone that is curious, loved to learn and help others. I remember getting a computer programming book when I was 8 years old and spent hours writing basic programs. It was so much and I learned a lot about process and methods in my life. This carried on too.
And this one gives a lot of your skills, what you like to do, personality traits, and this stuff will actually be useful because after this question's answered, there's a lot of value about yourself that you've given to the interviewer. Next question is, why do you want to work here?
I quit my last job because my boss asked me to work overtime. I applied to a lot of jobs and you were the one that called me back.
So this type of answer, I quit my last job, is very negative. It talks about what you don't like. It talks about you escaping from things that are hard, and it won't give the person interviewing you a lot of confidence that maybe one day when you have a difficult task, you might be leaving their company. So you don't want to say anything negative. If you recall from my previous videos, the red pen, blue pen, this is definitely a negative.
I want to do something better with my life. I found that I was getting complacent in my current job. I keep hearing about you guys in the news and said my career would be safe to work for you.
The next thing here is, I want to do something better with my life. Well, this is also very self-centered. So what this means is, this question is all about you. It's all about your personal growth. It has nothing to do with the company. And someone hiring you will see, well, this person, everything is all about them. If there's going to be benefits somewhere else, he's going to jump ship and work somewhere else. And he's not really there to help the company. You want to make sure that the purpose is for both sides. Let's take a look at a very good answer.
I am motivated by your company's strategy and how it grew into the market leader. Your CEO mentioned a customer-first attitude and it fits into my core values to help others. I feel that.
So this one shows your values. So again, it demonstrates positives for yourself, and it also demonstrates that you care about the company because it has the same values as you. So this is a very positive answer. It gives very good feelings, and it also tells that you are there for more than just money, and you're there to do something that's synergistic with your values. The next question is, what are your strengths? Let's see the different types of answers.
I work hard and I'm very honest and loyal.
I work hard and I'm very honest and loyal. These are very self-opinionated. I've never believed people who tell you that I'm very honest. And also, if you're loyal, you wouldn't be looking for another job. You'd still be working at that company. So it's one of those where it doesn't really say a lot about you, and a lot of people would actually question these types of things. If someone has to tell you that they don't lie, you always question, well, why is he telling me that? I wonder if he does lie. So typically telling someone your strengths like that is very negative. It can also come back and haunt you.
I am a perfectionist. I'm great at multitasking. I'm great at presenting. I'm an excellent communicator.
These typical answers about being a perfectionist or being able to multitask is overstated so much that it's so common now and it doesn't have a lot of value. So these aren't great answers anymore. They used to be 10 years ago or maybe 15 years ago. But in the recent years, these are just so overstated that it's not even believable. In fact, multitasking is actually a negative trait in today's IT environment. And for you to tell someone that you're a great presenter or a great communicator can be shown during the interview. So if you tell someone you're a great presenter or communicator and you're not answering or you're cutting them off, that shows that you don't have a lot of self-awareness of your own skills.
I love learning and growing myself. At the same time, I love helping others, so when I learn something, I'm always asking who else can benefit from this. I remember one time, I had to.
Here's a great answer. It talks about your beliefs, your values, what you like to do. So after someone asks you these type of questions, you're answering and you also give an example. So it's a very good answer and it gives you a lot of confidence when you answer in this manner. The other question is, what are your weaknesses?
I don't have any.
This, I don't have any, is the worst answer you can give. In fact, in my own interviews where I've interviewed other people, I actually don't hire them. There were 2 people that I remember that actually said this. And it just shows that you're not self-aware and you don't actually look at yourself for your own growth, which means that the same problems that happen will keep happening with you and that you're not self-aware, you're not going to reflect, and you're not going to look at yourself. So that's a very wrong answer to give.
Sometimes I don't have any energy. I get overwhelmed by work. My work goes too long sometimes, and I want to enjoy life more.
The next one is not having energy or getting overwhelmed, or sometimes you work too long and you want to enjoy more of your life. These, if you do the red pen, blue pen, shows a lot of negatives. So a lot of the I don't have energy, I get overwhelmed. These are all things that are hard to change. And you don't really want to answer with these types of questions. You want to really work on them if these are actually your problems. But in an interview, you don't want to bring these up. You want to bring up anything that are weaknesses that you can improve on.
Something I'm actively looking to improve is I tend to say yes too much. I've been trying the following methods to improve that situation. First, I consider.
Here's a very good answer. It's something you tell them that you're actively trying to work on, and you explain what you're doing about the problem. So it's a great way to answer weakness questions because it shows you're actively working on it, it shows you're aware, and it shows you're actually doing something about it. Next question is, why should we hire you?
I think this will be great for me to get into IT. It will me get skills and...
So again, like the previous questions we covered, this is all about yourself. So it's a very self-centered answer. Again, it's about your own personal growth. It's about you taking from the company and not you giving back to the company. And at this time, the company is trying to figure out who you are. And you're just telling him that you're very selfish, your big purpose is there to grow yourself, and it's not about helping the company. So this is not a very good answer.
I work very hard and will be a great asset to your company.
I work very hard and I'm going to be a great worker for your company. I'm going to be a great asset. These are very common answers again, and they've been overstated. If you interview 10 people, 9 of them will give you exactly the same answer, and it doesn't set you ahead compared to anybody else.
For the role of 30 that you're looking for, I feel my skills are a great fit. I believe my ability to communicate will help improve customer satisfaction. In the past, I've noticed that.
Now here's a great answer. It talks about your skills. Again, it gives you a chance to talk about the skills that are relevant to the role. And it talks about how that skill is going to help the company. And again, it's a great way for you to give an example of that too in your discussions. Next question is, why are you getting into IT?
I want to earn more money.
you want to earn money, I'm sure that's very consistent. In fact, no one's going to work for free in most cases unless they're very wealthy themselves. But this is already known. And again, very self-centered. You don't want to be known as a taker in an interview. You want to be someone that about higher level thinking. And from that, let's take a look at the next answer.
I saw the writing on the wall and realize IT will have more jobs and will be safer for me.
So you saw this, and it's again about yourself. You realize you need to get out of the regular job market and get into an IT job market. It's another way of you demonstrating that you're very self-centered and you're just there for your own purposes. While this may be true, you also want to communicate a question like this that's beneficial to both sides.
The industry is trending towards IT, and it felt like it's a great time to get into IT. I've always been interested in IT but couldn't pursue that in the past. In the last 2 years, I've started learning more, got certified, and
for this one, it actually shows while money is a big consideration, you're also interested in IT because it is always something you've been interested in. And then you also follow up with examples about how you push yourself to get certifications and actually demonstrate that you work hard. So you see, with all of this, you get an opportunity to go in and tell more about yourself and more about how you've actually stepped yourself up to demonstrate better skills.